Hello everyone, I'd like to continue our discussion on the industrialization of the United States in the early 20th century and focus today on the plight of the factory worker. Today's class will include a quick write activity and response and a film clip regarding the triangle shirt factory fire and a think, pair, share activity and classroom discussion regarding that film clip. Today we'll be getting more familiar with these vocabulary terms: industrialization, social Darwinism and its context regarding factory owners and factory workers, sweatshops and its context, and the triangle shirt factory fire. Factories, if you'll remember, were a cheaper and more efficient means of production and could provide a much larger quantity of items for the influx of immigrants that were coming into the country at this time. As a result of this, they needed more and more factories. Factory owners themselves were not necessarily kind people. They believed in social Darwinism, and another term that we'll discuss further at a later class, rugged individualism, which meant that if you wanted to improve yourself, you needed to go do it on your time. As a factory worker, you did not have a particular strength or skill, and operating any of the new machines that were coming in was not considered skilled labor. This meant you were easily replaced. If you were going to be replaced, there was a high likelihood that you were going to be replaced by a child or a woman. The factory owners, as little as they paid men, paid the women and children less. And often they had to work even longer days and many more hours than a man would. None of the equipment that was in these factories was designed for safety, and oftentimes maiming or near death or death itself could occur. This also gave rise to the term sweatshop. Sweatshops were poorly ventilated. They were poorly lit. You were often crammed into a tiny, tight space with a large amount of people. You were not allowed to talk, and you worked in an assembly line type fashion where product was often moved along quickly. A lot of times in a sweatshop, you'd have to work late into the night and could not or would not get paid on time. This brings us to our quick write prompt. Given what you know about working in a factory and in those types of conditions, and knowing what type of work environment we have here in our valley, where it is very hot for most of the year, and we do have a fair reliance on agricultural activities, what kind of conditions are necessary to make a good working environment? Please take 5 minutes now to brainstorm a response to this prompt, and then we will discuss it as a class.